All right, sorry, the phone overheated. We're gonna start again where we left off. Here we're separating these ridge cap shingles so that we can remove the shingles from the roof. Trying to separate these seals so that I can get this shingle out. And you can see with the ridge cap on, this shingle is not coming out because it goes up and over the ridge. So I'm going to proceed to remove this ridge cap. Just demonstrate what I'm talking about here. Now, you'll see these shingles are going to go up and over, and this is going to go up and over. They even have the felt on this lap going up and over the roofing system currently. Come on this side. So I'm trying to remove these shingles. You can see they are going up and over as they're supposed to. See, it does go up and under the shingles on the other side. So as I'm trying to remove this, I am damaging and uninstalling the shingle on the other side. Jeez. Now, this is not typically how this work would be performed, because we're not going to replace just this single slope. It's not allowed per code or manufacturer specs. I'm just showing it so that you guys can see why this work is not permitted. So you'll see this shingle and the felt going up underneath this side of the roof, which is going to require me to remove a minimum of 8 inches or 6 inches to comply with manufacturer specs of the overlap of the felt. Not only is this pre-existing condition, but this is also a code requirement. So when trying to repair this roof to pre-loss conditions, I am going to have to peel this roof back and overlap the felt onto this slope. This is also going to have to be done on your hips. So I'm showing it over here. So as you can see, these shingles and felt are going to overlap onto this slope, and this slope is then going to overlap back onto this slope. So to remove this shingle, just this single shingle here and the shingle above it you're gonna see I have to tear in to the shingle next to it. This is gonna require me to remove this shingle here. This shingle here is then gonna tie into this slope here. And then the felt and the shingles, you can see, are already overlapping onto this facet. So again, pre-existing conditions and code is going to require me to overlap onto the adjacent slopes over the hips and ridges. Now I have marked here in chalk where it's required for me to overlap the felt. It specifically states that it has to be tucked underneath the shingles to that point. So I'll just do a small section. For this area. Now, I am required to get this felt all the way over to here. To do so, I have to remove these upper shingles, which I advised in the documentation that was provided. Now, once these shingles have been removed from these fasteners here to tuck this in, code and manufacturer specs both require that that shingle is completely replaced. Now, you'll also see how difficult it would be to try and manage or salvage a shingle up and over this. And you're also going to see the sealant from the elastomeric coating is going to prevent this new shingle that goes over here in this ridge cap from sealing flushly to the shingles as it should, because this was installed after the shingles were. Now, let's continue. Now, to get to this line, I again have to remove fasteners from the shingle below it as well, which is this shingle here. So just to properly overlap the underlayment and the shingles the way it's supposed to be installed per manufacturer specs and code and in pre-existing conditions, I will have to remove this shingle and this shingle across the entire ridge and the same across the hip. I hope this physical explanation of this will help you understand why replacing this single slope is not allowed per code or manufacturer specs. With what I've removed, I still can't even get it to there. I'd have to continue to remove. But I mean, you can see the extensive amount of damage that happens between all the sealant from the ridge cap shingles, the shingles themselves, the fasteners. There is no way to replace just this single slope and not to get it back to pre-loss conditions. We are going to continue to just go ahead and tarp this thing up. I'm pretty sure this video should explain in detail. I'm also going to take some photos for you, but this should explain. I'm not sure how else to show it to you. Thank you very much.